Do you think you're a misogynist?
Absolutely not. I'm not a misogynist on any level. This is one of those buzzwords they just throw at people randomly. Homophobic, racist, misogynist, they just throw it out at people.
What is your view of women?
I'm a realist.
What is your real view of women?
I absolutely not really love women. I adore women. I have good relationships with women. Not a single woman has come up to me on the street since I've been canceled. Not a single one has said anything negative. Every single one of them has said positive things. You're a traditional male. I wish more men were like you. You understand your masculine roles. You understand what you're supposed to do. You understand you're supposed to protect women. You're exactly the kind of man I'd be looking for. I've never had a negative interaction with a female ever since I've been dubbed the biggest misogynist.
Where is the...
Please let me finish. I'm sorry, Piers. Also, there's not been a single woman who's accused me of a crime, not a single woman who's accused me of rape, not a single woman who's come out and said anything from my entire past of 36 years I've done anything wrong ever. Anybody else with my level of fame, any footballer, any other movie star, at least has people who've come out and accused them of rape, X, Y, Z. I have no woman who's come out and ever said I've hurt her. No woman who's come out and ever said I've done damage to her or been horrible to her. Everybody who ever interacted with me has said I've been a nice person. All of them.
Andrew Tate, modern-day philosopher or digital demagogue. Self-made millionaire or exploitative criminal, empowering leader or dangerous misogynist. This video challenges you to look beyond the sensational headlines and form your own opinion. We'll present the facts, share personal testimonies, and expose the complexities of Tate's impact on society. By the end, you'll have to decide, is Andrew Tate a hero, a villain, or a reflection of our own societal contradictions? Andrew Tate's transformation from kickboxing champion to internet sensation is a story of reinvention and controversy. Born in 1986, Tate's early life was influenced by his father's chess mastery and his own athletic abilities. He excelled in kickboxing, becoming a four-time world champion known as Cobra for his speed and power. Tate's ambitions expanded beyond combat sports in the early 2000s and 10s. He ventured into the digital realm, using his charisma to build an online presence. His entrepreneurial journey included launching a casino operation and an online course platform, setting the stage for his most polarizing venture, promoting his philosophy on masculinity and success. On social media platforms, particularly TikTok and Instagram, Tate's content gained rapid traction. His bold statements on wealth, relationships, and personal development resonated with young men feeling disconnected from modern society. His follower count grew exponentially, attracting millions of viewers while simultaneously drawing sharp criticism. Tate's viral success can be attributed to several factors. His team implemented a multi-level marketing approach, incentivizing followers to share his content for financial rewards. This strategy, combined with provocative statements and algorithm-friendly content, created a self-perpetuating cycle of virality. His message of unapologetic masculinity and financial success appealed to many young men seeking direction during a time of economic uncertainty and changing social norms. As we examine Tate's impact, we must consider both the appeal of his message and its potential consequences. His philosophy promises empowerment, but raises questions about its cost and influence on a generation grappling with identity and success in the digital age. The rise of Andrew Tate highlights the complex interplay between social media, marketing strategies, and the search for meaning among young people in today's rapidly changing world.
Okay,
I'll answer after Andrew.
Why do men treat good women badly? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you two answers. The first answer is that life as a man is very different than life as a woman. And life as a man, you are taught, if you're going to be a successful man, to acquire and then you continue to push, right? So this is something women don't truly understand. As a man, you go out there, you work hard, you buy a BMW. You have your BMW now, but you look out there in the streets, there's always some boy with a Merc or a Ferrari or whatever that's better, right? So we have a mentality, no matter how much money we make, no matter what car we buy, no matter what house we buy, we get something, okay, we got it now, we own it. What's better? What's next? What's next? What's next? This is something that's ingrained in us. Competition, because we're in competition with other men. So if we get a woman and we really feel like, okay, we've got her completely, okay, she's mine, box ticked, maybe I can get another bitch. Maybe
that makes sense.
Not to even not even to replace you, but maybe I can have two bitches. Why do I need one BMW? I can have two BMWs. This is a male mentality, and the way you get around it, you can actually be very logical with a man. What women never try is logic. You can sit down. You can sit down with a man and say, "Look, I do this for you. I do this for you. I do this for you." The way you're acting is unacceptable. I thought it was fair for me to give you a warning that I'm unhappy. If you change certain things, we're going to stay together, and if you don't, I am going to leave. And if you lay it down clear enough, I guarantee you will see a change in his behavior. You will not see a change in his behavior by screaming, yelling, being stupid, going to the club, fucking another dude, all that shit is just going to make him worse and worse and worse. But if you actually explain to him, look, I know you take advantage of me. I know I've been here for you. You know I love you, so you think I'm going to be here no matter what. But I have limits as a person. I have limits as an individual. I really want to be with you. But the way you're acting, I can't tolerate. Can we change this? I guarantee you will see a positive response from that man. That's the truth about it.
Period.
But men as a whole are programmed to always push for more and more. That's an ambitious man. This is why we conquered the world. This is how men have always been. This is why we've gotten sailboats, sailed to the other side of the earth, and went to fight people we didn't even fucking know. This is the side of men, right? So when a man feels like he has you, he's looking for other shit, whether it's money, bitches, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You need to remind him. You need to remind him, I'm here for you under certain conditions. You must adhere to those conditions to retain my loyalty. And you can do that very respectfully. And the more respectfully you do it, the more he's going to pay attention. The more if you come to him and say, look, I'm telling you this respectfully because I respect you. If you say that to him before you say it, I guarantee he pays attention. And if he's still a fool, then leave his ass. Done. That's all it is. It's not complicated. Maybe I sound crazy, but I'm telling you that's absolutely the truth.
Andrew Tate's rise to fame is undeniable, but the true power lies in his message. His followers claim life-changing transformations, while critics warn of a dangerous ideology. At the core of Tate's philosophy is a provocative assertion: the only time being a man ever is good is if you become an exceptional man. This encapsulates his belief that masculinity holds little inherent value unless coupled with extraordinary achievement. Tate's worldview is built on extreme personal accountability. He claims, absolutely everything that happens to you is completely and utterly your fault, whether it's good or bad. This uncompromising stance on personal responsibility resonates with those seeking control in their lives, promising empowerment through action and self-determination. The Tate philosophy extends beyond personal development, encompassing views on wealth, relationships, and social dynamics. He advocates for relentless pursuit of financial success, arguing that men should prioritize wealth accumulation over leisure activities. This perspective appeals to young men who feel economically disadvantaged and seek a path to prosperity. However, Tate's views on gender roles have drawn significant criticism. He's been quoted saying, "A man has a duty to protect and provide for a woman," reflecting a traditional view of gender dynamics that many find problematic in today's society. The impact of Tate's teachings on his followers is a subject of intense debate. Supporters claim his message has motivated them to take control of their lives, improve their financial situations, and develop greater self-confidence. They argue that Tate's philosophy provides a roadmap for success in a challenging world. Yet, as we examine the broader implications of Tate's influence, we must confront potential dangers. Research indicates that exposure to alpha male messaging can lead to increased aggression and a desire for dominance among young men. This raises important questions about the long-term effects of embracing such a philosophy. The line between empowerment and misogyny in Tate's teachings is razor-thin. While his message of self-improvement can be motivating, it often comes packaged with attitudes towards women and relationships that many find deeply troubling. As we explore the darker side of Tate's influence, we must ask, at what point does the pursuit of personal excellence become a justification for harmful beliefs and behaviors?
What's like your advice to a guy who's whatever, he could be coming out of university or in his 30s, but he's like looking for a little direction. How do you start off, get centered to become successful, get money, get bitches? Like what would you tell them?
I can answer that question in so many different ways. It's like 10 different answers I can give. But I think truthfully in the world we're living in now, I use this analogy a lot, maybe I overuse it, but you need to find a way to some degree to escape the matrix. And I say the matrix because the matrix, the way it is designed.
And you're
now,
not just talking shit because you've actually done that.
I've escaped the matrix.
Yeah.
I've literally escaped the matrix in nearly every form. So any form of oppression no longer applies to me. I can't be canceled. No, I can say what I want. My finances are secure. I've escaped the matrix. And when I talk about the matrix, it primarily applies to men because men are the backbone of the slave force. We always have been and always will be. And unfortunately now, if you're a law-abiding man inside the matrix, your future and the life that is laid out for you is nothing but depressing. You're going to go to school, you're going to get in debt, you're going to get a job, you're going to get a wife, divorce is coming, you're going to lose the house eventually, your job's shit, inflation's outpacing your wages, you're going to work, no one's going to appreciate it, now you're old and your life's over. That is the matrix for 99% of men, and you need to find a way to escape it.
And I guess I was kind of fortunate from a young age. So I always knew that the Matrix was coming and that the system is designed to oppress. The people who make the rules do not make the rules for the benefit of us. They make the rules for the benefit of the people who make the rules. And I knew that. And I think every person intrinsically knows that. Like if it's 4 a.m. and you're sitting in a gas station and a Lambo pulls up, you're probably thinking drug dealer or criminal. You're not thinking, oh, he definitely went to school. The system is absolutely broken. It's designed to oppress. And that the majority of people who stick to the rules are going to lose. I don't want to sit here on a podcast that goes out to this many people and encourage anyone to break the law in any form.
Of course.
But the idea of the law-abiding citizen has been decimated in real time. In the last 3 years ago, you could stand there and proudly say, I'm a law-abiding citizen. The last 2 years, if they have not taught you that being a law-abiding citizen is going to turn you nothing into a fucking experiment for Big Pharma, then you're an idiot. You can no longer obey the law. And I'm not saying you have to break the law, but you need to find a way to do what the elites do, which is bend the law.
Yeah.
You can no longer sit there and go, I'm just going to follow the rules and it's going to be okay. No, it isn't. And if you're a man, it's your job to find a way to not be sticking to those rules enough to escape the Matrix and become free. Because what's actually most crazy about this period of history is that it's actually the easiest time in human history to become rich. And the reason for that is because there's so many people inside the Matrix being destroyed. Money has to go somewhere. I've made so much money during COVID, it's absolutely incredible, right?
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of people got lucky.
Andrew Tate's meteoric rise to internet stardom has been overshadowed by serious allegations and legal troubles, raising questions about the authenticity of his message and the potential dangers of his influence. The most significant accusations against Tate include allegations of rape and human trafficking. In 2015, he faced arrest in the UK over rape allegations, though charges were ultimately not pursued. More recently, in December 2022, Romanian authorities arrested Tate as part of a human trafficking investigation, suggesting involvement in a criminal group exploiting women for profit. These legal issues starkly contrast with Tate's public image as a self-made success story, preaching extreme accountability. The disconnect between his teachings and the allegations against him is particularly striking, highlighting the potential harm of his influence on impressionable followers. Adding to the controversy, multiple women have accused Tate of sexual and physical abuse. A Vice World News report uncovered disturbing evidence, including voice notes where Tate allegedly admitted to enjoying non-consensual acts. His public statements about women and consent have also drawn criticism, with Tate once claiming to have moved to Romania to avoid stricter sexual assault laws. The societal response to Tate's content and legal issues has been significant. Major social media platforms banned him, citing the harmful nature of his content. This decision sparked discussions about the effectiveness of deplatforming controversial figures and its impact on free speech. While banning may limit reach, studies suggest it doesn't necessarily eliminate the underlying beliefs propagated by these influencers. As we examine the broader implications of Tate's rise and fall, we must consider the complex interplay between online influence, personal responsibility, and societal values. How do we balance free speech with protecting vulnerable individuals from potentially harmful ideologies? And what does Tate's popularity reveal about the current state of masculinity and gender relations in our digital age?
Now we're going to talk about the fact that I believe each and every one of you is exactly where you deserve to be, or where you belong, or, change the word, where you want to be. So if you're not a millionaire and you're not happy with your life, guess what? You are where you deserve to be. And the reason I'm going to say that is as follows. This is all, I had a bad luck this, or I tried this, or I can't pull off that, blah, 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 blah. It's impossible to exist somewhere where you're not comfortable. If I were to say, lay on these red hot stones, and you tried to do it, you get up and move because it hurts, it's not comfortable. You have to get out of that position. Yet, if you look at your lives, your life is in a shit position, but you don't move, you don't do anything about it. So if it was really, truly uncomfortable to you, like those red hot stones were, you'd change something. But the fact you refuse to change something shows that you're pretty comfortable where you are. Now, of course, you can talk a good talk. All you motherfuckers will sit there and go, oh, but I know my life's not in order. I want to be rich and I want to be in shape and I want and I'm gonna. And then you don't do anything, which shows that you know how to talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. And I say that, people laugh.
I'm not joking. When I wanted money, like fucking I needed air, I am smart enough to know that money equals freedom. And I don't want to live controlled by a job. I don't want to live controlled by a government. I don't want to live controlled by nobody. I want to be free. I want to be able to go on Twitter and say what the fuck I want and not worry about losing my fucking job. A little pussy. I needed money. And I used to sit there and just literally my hands in my head and people were like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I need money. I want money today. I would have been one of them cats that robbed a bank. If I didn't find money, by the time I was 40, I would have walked in there with a fucking shotgun. I'm not gonna live broke. Get rich or die trying. I understand that completely. You motherfuckers are sitting there going, oh, well, yeah, I really want to be a millionaire. And then just go to sleep. Oh, get my pillow, I'm tired. Fuck. You are not uncomfortable in your position. Same thing with physical fitness. You're a fat fuck. Oh, yeah, I really need to lose weight. I know I'm going to lose weight. Why are you fat then? Getting fat does not happen slowly. Getting fat does not happen quickly. It's a slow process. You didn't fucking notice. Across a year, every time you looked in the mirror, your eyes were closed. You knew what was happening. And you were comfortable being fat. Because if you weren't comfortable, you would do something about it. I talk to people with their lives are all fucked up. And they're like, well, my life's all fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, well, of course it is. Because you're happy for your life to be fucked up. Even if you're not happy, even if you're uncomfortable, you're not uncomfortable enough to change it. If you were genuinely unhappy about your position, you would not be coming to me for motivation. If you were genuinely pissed off about your situation, you would not need me to motivate you. You would motivate your fucking self, and you would do something to change it yourself. But you don't, which says a lot. So this whole motivational shit is all garbage. All you fuckers are exactly where you belong. I'm where I belong. The top of the mountain, with a fucking Lambo, Bentley, Aston, 5 houses, 6 million in liquid cash, and 20 girlfriends. This is where I fucking belong, because I refuse to stay anywhere else.
Andrew Tate's meteoric rise reveals a complex interplay of cultural shifts and generational tensions, reshaping our understanding of masculinity in the digital age. Many young men find themselves caught between traditional masculine ideals and evolving societal expectations, creating fertile ground for figures like Tate, who offer seemingly simple solutions to complex identity issues. Social media plays a crucial role in amplifying divisive figures like Tate. Algorithms prioritize content promoting traditional masculine ideals due to higher engagement rates, inadvertently fueling the spread of potentially harmful narratives. The anonymity and echo chamber effects of online spaces further reinforce these beliefs, making it challenging to counter misinformation or provide nuanced perspectives on gender and identity issues. Addressing toxic masculinity in the digital age requires a multifaceted approach. Initiatives like Men's League focus on personal development for men, encouraging open discussions about masculinity, emotional health, and respectful relationships. These programs aim to provide young men with tools to navigate societal pressures while fostering a positive self-image and sense of community. On the regulatory front, recent studies suggest that social media platforms should be held accountable for the impact of their algorithms on vulnerable demographics. This could lead to more responsible content dissemination and help mitigate the spread of harmful ideologies. Experts also emphasize the importance of creating safe spaces for young men to discuss their feelings and experiences without fear of judgment, potentially counteracting the allure of simplistic, hypermasculine ideologies. As we reflect on the cultural moment that gave rise to figures like Andrew Tate, we must consider our own role in shaping the digital landscape. The power to influence societal norms and values increasingly lies in our online interactions and the content we choose to engage with. Our personal responsibility extends beyond our immediate actions to the broader impact we have on our digital communities and the world at large.
I understood that physicality is important. It's the bottom line. It's the final decider. It's actually kind of interesting that a lot of these tech guys and tech people, they pretend physicality doesn't matter and they make all this money and they own Facebook and Amazon and whatever. But eventually they end up doing MMA like Zuckerberg or taking testosterone replacement like Jeff Bezos. It gets to a point where you finally must accept the reality that your physicality and your mentality as a man are linked, and you cannot be happy and strong in your mind if you are weak in your body. You need to have a strong body to have a strong mind as a man. There's no way to escape it. And that's one of the reasons why I preach so much about training, learning to fight, get in the gym, get bigger, get stronger. You will fix your mind if you fix your body. You should be as strong as you possibly can.
Andrew Tate's rise to prominence reveals complex societal tensions surrounding masculinity and success in the digital age. His message resonates with many young men seeking direction, while also perpetuating harmful stereotypes. This phenomenon highlights the power of social media to amplify controversial figures and the desire for simple solutions to complex problems. As we conclude our exploration of Andrew Tate's influence, it's crucial to approach online content with a critical eye. The Tate phenomenon serves as a reminder to engage thoughtfully with the media we consume and share. It underscores the need for nuanced discussions about masculinity, gender relations, and personal development. We hope this video has provided valuable insights into this complex topic. If you found it informative, please like and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses of contemporary issues. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're eager to hear your perspectives on the impact of influencers like Andrew Tate on modern culture.
I'll give the game away to the entire YouTube world why I've destroyed absolutely everybody in any debate ever. I say things that they know are true and that they agree with, but I say it in a way that angers them emotionally, and they get caught up in their brain because they're saying, he's saying the truth, but I'm pissed off by how he's saying it. So I want to argue with him, but he's right. So instead of saying men are physically stronger than women, I'll say females are weak. Females are weak. Well, females are weak. Females are weak. Men are strong. Females are weak. No, but but I'm right. And he knows I'm right. But he's mad now. And so is she. And they sit there, and it happened on Dave Portnoy. You end up having a whole group of people sitting there trying to argue. Well, some women are strong like men, trying to argue the fact that women are as strong as men physically because I've emotionally controlled them all and upset them all. And then I do a podcast and I get billions and millions of views and unlimited likes against good debaters like Dave and his little crew by just emotionally controlling them. It's an emotional game. I wreck them.